back with another live, sharing my thoughts and doing a recap on the series Outdaughtered and the series Doubling Down with the Derricos. Both are TLC series, and I hope everyone's doing well out there. Hope everyone's staying safe as possible. And the first thing I want to start off is with Outdaughtered. The newest episode I saw was when called Auntie Kiki, where she gave Kiki the opportunity to be the extra help they need to see how to go since she's family. But it went completely chaotic, as you can imagine, with Auntie Kiki. She didn't know what things to get from the grocery store. She didn't know what a ribeye steak was and all that stuff. And um, it was nice though to see her try her best at least to handle all those kids. That's definitely a big job to handle five little girls around the same age or the same age. So I did enjoy this episode for the most part. And I feel like Danielle is getting a little better with not being so critiquing against her husband and just trying to be a little bit more understanding. And also, I was thinking too, because when she's named off like half the things she does on a daily basis for the Quints, I was thinking like some things they are old enough now to do, because I believe they're like 10 or 11 right now. So I would think by 10 or 11, you should be able to teach your kids to make their own sandwiches for like school, because I know personally for me at around 10 or 11 I was at least able to put a slice of meat, cheese, and make me a simple sandwich. Because I mean, most people, you know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich by that time. It ain't gonna be perfect, but it'll be, good enough for you to take to school. So I think she could start, teaching them some things, or even teach the oldest one, Blake, and maybe she can help her teach the little ones. And then that way, that won't be so much she has on her plate. I mean, I know they can't really do major things yet, but yeah, and that was my thoughts kind of on that episode. Now I wanted to talk about doubling down with the Derricos. This episode really brought me to tears. Well, let's start off with the first side of it. The fact that they got a new house that's bigger and more space for all the kids as they getting older. Um, the fact that Dion had a talk with Karen about how he doesn't want her to push her dreams on their oldest daughter, which is true. I kind of talked about in a prior live that you shouldn't push your ideas on your kids. Now, you do suppose to train your kids and show them the path to go, and then once they become older and an adult, then you hope that what you taught them they put into practice. But you never want to force your ideas on your kid once they're an adult, or even try to live through them in a sense. Um, the other part about doubling down with Doritos this episode was about Gigi and her health scare, and with the cancer and her choosing to stop chemotherapy and just trying natural remedies for her to keep herself feeling good and everything. And since the tumor shrunk, and that was just the hardest scene to see, because I'm trying not to cry myself, but having the experience of having a parent that's sick like that, even though my parent, even though it wasn't cancer, it was kidney failure, still similar in treatments because it drains a person. And not only the person that's getting the treatment, but it drains the people around you seeing you like this. and just I could really feel I had a lot of compassion and felt the pain that the Derrico family is dealing with having her sick, and then hearing her say she's gonna stop the treatments. It just feels like, oh, it's like, even though she's being positive about it, you kind of always feel like when they get to the point where they want to stop treatments, you feel like sooner or later they're not going to be here. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's like all you can do is respect their decision. Because, like I said in a prior video, they're the ones that actually have to take this treatment every other day. And they have to go through the side effects of these treatments, and it's not easy. If you've ever had anyone on dialysis or anyone with cancer, it's definitely not an easy thing to deal with. I actually just lost a close friend due to cancer, so it's definitely hard. Any health issue is hard. So that was definitely a tough part of the episode to watch. Seeing that on Doubling Down with the Derricos. But yeah, those were my thoughts today on both series of Outdaughtered and Doubling Down with the Derricos. I will do another recap on the next new episodes to come. From the sneak peek of Outdaughtered coming up is when Danielle and her husband, on the next episode, she's supposed to seem like things are going okay until she end up getting sick herself. So we'll tune in to find out what happens there, and continuing to see what happened with Doubling Down with the Ricos and Gigi's health and the kids, and what Darian decides to do as far as her decision to go to college, or what she decides to do with her life. And remember to like, share, subscribe. And again, I hope you guys are staying safe out there and have a great rest of your day. And peace.